The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I'm Dommenic Maluklog.
And I am Asher Voso, streaming live from Calbayog City, Samar. You are now watching Balay Buhay Sama, Samar.
Season
Episode 9. Maupay na kulop mga ka-TNC. Maupay na kulop DOMS. Yan ang Marso 27, 2022. Panibag-o na liwatan aton mapag-iistoryahan ngan mababaruan dinhi sa Balay Buhay Sama, Samar.
Sanglit mga ka-TNC Karuyag baniyo mahibaruan ang sekreto san pagigin daugan. Yana may dakita usa nga tawo nga labi nga nagpakita san kalidad san pagigin usa nga daogan. Ngan Amon Guin paparayaw nga bisita namon siya Yana nga Domingo para sini nga episode.
Usay ni siya nga Doctor of Philosophy, Juris Doctor, Master in Education, ngan niya na DOMS, nagsiserbi sa Calbayog City National High School kumo usa nga principal. Ginkilala liwat ini siya nga kumo Hall of Famer pagka Outstanding School Principal tuig 2022 tungod sa sunod-sunod na pagkarawat san award san tulo ka tuig tikang 27 to 2019.
Nakakarawat man ta siya pareho nga awards sa region-based nga pasundayag. Waray Duda ngan iya kadati, ngan kadasig, nagdara sa iya sa kunhain man siya Yana. Ngan sigurado akliwat Ash nga inisiya diri na makahulat nga maipadangat kung paanano niya nahimo ang Calbayog City National High School nga the home of champions.
Waray iba kundi si Dr. Calick Arrieta.
Hi, good evening, Dom and Ashley, and also to all the viewers of TNC and Balay Buhay Sama, Samar.
Welcome to the program, Dr. Calick Arrieta. Dr. Calick, could you please tell us about yourself and your educational background and where you studied po?
Yeah, to everyone watching the show, Balay Buhay Sama, Samar, I'm actually Dr. Calick Arrieta. I'm from Calbayog City, a native from Calbayog City. I really banked on my studies. Asya na akong ginhimo nga vehicle to be successful in life. I studied my elementary at Calbayog Pilot Central School, and then my high school at then no Tiburcio Tansinco Memorial Institute of Science and Technology. Now it's Northwest Samar State University. High school and then college, Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in physics and chemistry. And immediately after 2 years, after graduating from my college in 2004, I enrolled for the master's degree in education, major in administration and supervision. 2 years thereafter, I pursued my Doctor of Philosophy at Leyte Normal University. And then 2 years thereafter, I also enrolled my Juris Doctor or Bachelor of Laws at Christ King College, Calbayog City. So medyo durodamo na nga giniskwelahan. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm making myself as an example to others that, as I have said kanina, my education is really my vehicle to success. I really have to venture into it. It's as if it is an enterprise. And then the reward comes later on.
Wow. Those are, let's say, the big achievements of Dr. Calick Arrieta. And indeed, when we talk about education as it's a lifelong learning, it doesn't mean nga na human ka na sa nimo baccalaureate degree, dire ka na magpo-proceed pag-eskwela. Because, of course, as educators, you should be willing to undergo professional development, as what Dr. Calick Arrieta did.
We all know, Dr. Calick, that in order to reach the pinnacle of glory and might, you must first overcome various challenges. What make your struggle before you arrive that light status you now have?
Ako actually, I believe talaga doon sa saying that poverty is not a hindrance to success. You know, my elementary years, I don't have my mother with me. She's working in Manila, and then I was not able to meet my father. So I was raised by my grandmother. And so napakahirap ng buhay noon. Yun doon ang hugot ko. Because I have a very difficult life way back, and nobody would believe me when they would see me now that I've been through a lot. Alam nyo yung mga typical stories ng hindi kakain ng 3 beses sa isang araw, yung walang ulam, and a lot more. You don't have your pants, walang baon, walang pamasahe. We just walk, ano. And then when I reached my college, I eventually became the head of the family, and I really have to strive hard. Yung hirap ng buhay, yun ang hugot ko. Marami siguro sa mga estudyante ngayon yung may dinadaanan na kagaya ng pinagdaanan ko. My only advice to them is really to hold into your studies, to hold and believe that education could really help you become successful. Because I am a living example of that. High school, elementary, and in college, kaya ako nakapagtapos, it's because I am a Bugto scholar, which of course I am very, very thankful. They helped me with my tuition fee, with the allowance. That's why I was able to really finish my education. You know, I never dreamed of becoming an educator. Yung dream ko talaga ay maging accountant. Gusto kong maging accountant. Pero hindi ako nakapag-enroll that time. Pero siguro ko, God gave me the wisdom to be with the education sector kasi mas makakatulong ako. I could help the students. I could help the teachers now that I am an administrator. I think doon tayo humuhugot sa buhay. There's actually a saying that the most successful people are the ones who've been through the most difficult moments in their lives. And I think I am a living testimony to that. Marami tayong pinagdaanan na kahirapan. Mula nang tayo ay nag-aaral from grade 1. Naalala ko pa, let me just share. Baka maraming makarelate. Nung grade 3 ako. Kasi alam mo, favorite tayo ng teacher natin kapag masipag, di ba? So, inuutusan niya akong magtinda ng ice candy. Tapos yung benta, meron siyang binibigay sa akin, iniipon ko yun, no? And then umabot siguro ng grade 6 ako ay hindi ko yan ikinakahiya. Nagtitinda ako ng ice crumble dati. And it really helped me, no, with my education, kahit pang Xerox lang, kahit pang Xerox ng materials, kasi we could not afford, I could not afford books, no. My library, we make use of the library, we read, ganon. So these are the yung struggles natin. I think yung kahirapan ng buhay, it's my strength and it's my motivation. And I also believe doon that poverty really is not a hindrance to success. In fact, as I've been saying kanina pa, it's my vehicle to be successful in life, if you call it success.
Your life story, sir, is so inspiring. And to all the viewers out there, indeed, poverty won't hamper you to achieve your life's dreams and aspirations so long as you have the passion, you have the hard work, you have the perseverance, and you always put God at the center of your life. Whatever challenges may come along, as long as you have those qualities, of course, you will succeed in life. Look at Dr. Calick right now. And I'm so happy to say to all that every time I need help, Ash, Dr. Calick is always there for me. And I'm so grateful for that matter. And in fact, he shared to me some of his experiences during his childhood, his high school life, as well as his college life. And he's actually one of my inspirations. Yeah. Let's
Thank you.
proceed to the third question, Dr. Calick. In 2019, 2020, and 2021, you were named Regional Most Outstanding School Principal. You were honored as the Division Hall of Fame as Outstanding School Principal in 2020. In addition to these honors, you were named Division Outstanding Senior High School Principal for 2020, Division Outstanding Principal for 2017, 2018, and 2019, and National Brigada Escuela Awardee. How did you manage to accomplish all of this, and what were your trade secrets?
Okay. Trade secrets. Pag trade secrets, hindi yan sinishare actually. But I'll share it to everybody, no? The moment I arrived to my school, let me just share, no, yung school ko ngayon, kung saan ako ang school administrator. Yan din yung school kung saan ako nagturo for 10 years. I've been a teacher for 10 years. And then, there are opportunities noon, pero I think experience is the best teacher. You will not become a great administrator kung hindi mo na-experience ang maging guro. Because being the teacher, you're on the ground. Yung teacher talaga, sila yung humaharap sa lahat ng problema. Sila yung forerunner ng education. Sila yung nagtuturo ng mga bata. My 10 year experience would actually help me into becoming one administrator. Kasi dapat ramdam mo kung ano ang mga pangangailangan ng iyong mga teachers. Sila ang, just like what Professor Carlos said, no, in the interview sa SMNI, we really have to bank on the teachers kasi sila yung the best instructional material in the teaching and learning process. So, kailangan natin na i-motivate ang ating mga teachers. And it would come with the great experience of being in the classroom. Kasi kung nasa loob ka ng classroom, alam mo kung ano ang mga experiences, ano ang kailangan mo. And when you will become a school head, no? Once you decide that you would like to become a school head, you would know the feelings of the teacher. So you will really address the needs of the teachers. So first, when I arrived as the school principal, kasi teacher ako dyan for 10 years. So pagdating ko, I have to look at the profile. Ano na bang state ng school, no? In terms of its physical facilities, in terms of teacher capacity, in terms of the uh, competitiveness of the students, yung competencies nila nasinet ng DepEd, nakukuha ba? You know what? I really have to make the school improvement plan into reality. We have to plan everything about infrastructure, teachers. Kasi alam mo, in 2016, meron pang mga teachers na gumagamit ng instructional material na Manila paper. They're using Manila paper to deliver to the students. And I said we have to be adept with technology that's coming in. And then that started transforming the school from Manila paper into television or IT. No? So wala nang teacher na nagtuturo ngayon na hindi gumagamit ng TV or IT materials. We started there in 2016. And when it comes to the competitions, ang sabi ko, it would always come with preparedness. So hindi natin pwedeng kunin yung bata at isasalang diretso for the competition without really ample time for preparation. Then kailangan dyan input ng teachers, no? Kasi ang mga students, they're already having their 8 subjects. At kapag isinalang mo yan sa isang competition, hindi pwedeng maraming concern. So focus siya sa isang competition. Napakarami ng ating students. We look into the different skills and capacities of our students kung saan talaga sila pwede, no? And then, as I have said, preparation matters, and then kailangan siyang i-rehearse because practice makes perfect. Okay? And then, as the school administrator, it is my duty, it is my responsibility to look for the financial resources so that the students will be left with no choice but to give you the first place. Mina-mindsetting ko yung excellence sa kanila. Mina-mindset ko that the second place and the third place, I could not accept that kasi yung first place, dapat pag mag-i-aim ka, you always have to aim for the number 1. Kasi pag hindi mo yan nakuha, at least you're silver. So sabi ko nga, why aim for silver when there is gold? So dun tayo, yung level of competence na siniset natin para sa ating mga estudyante. And then, siguro, ito yung trade secret ko, Dom and Ashley, no? It's a matter of taking risks. I'm a risk taker. When it comes to decision making, I really have to take risks. Sometimes I have to spend my own money and then reimburse later kung meron na. We take risks with the competitions we're joining. We take risks with the decisions that I'm making. So long that I'm guided with certain principles or legal basis, and I really have to take the risks. And sometimes I have decisions being questioned by others, no, by my teachers, for example, and later on they would realize na you're correct pala, sir, tama pala, because we really have to look into different perspectives and then challenge yourself to be better from what you are today. Yun yung sasabihin kong trade secret ko, kasi risk taker, and at the same time you're already considering the bottlenecks, the gray areas, no, risk management kung tatawagin natin. That's part of the plan. So careful planning and risk in decision making, and coupled with a very sound relationship with the school community. Alam mo yung masayang pumapasok ang mga teachers, that they're motivated to go to school, and it will also have a ripple effect to the students, kasi pag masaya ang teacher mo, they will be able to teach well, and then the students would learn, and then you have very supportive community. Yung General Parents Teacher Association natin, they're there, they're a pillar, our local government unit for that matter, ang stakeholder natin, ang congressman natin, Congressman Edgar Sarmiento, City Mayor then, Mayor Aquino the late, and then now Mayor Diego Rivera, our barangay captains, no, even yung natin, iba't ibang agency like yung Kapuso, yung PNP, yung Philippine Army, yung Fire, yung DRRM, Department of Health. Kasi we really have to uh, intensify our connections with others, no? Kasi kung mag-iisa ka lang and then they don't believe in your dreams, they don't believe in your aims, mahihirapan siguro tayong pumunta sa kung saan tayong gustong pumunta. So it means na you have your plans, you have your targets, and at the same time making the relationship better with your teachers, with your colleagues, with your community, no, and with the students. Sa students naman, I would always instill discipline to them. Alam mo, natatawa ako kasi ginagawa akong pantakot ng mga teachers every time dumadaan ako. I mean, most principals would relate, no, na pag dumadaan na, dyan na yung principal natin, nakakatakot. Pero hindi ka naman actually nakakatakot. You were just actually disciplining the students, no? And at the same time, I am an advocate of a work-life principle, work-life balance principle. I would tell my teachers to be productive during office hours, 8 to 12, 1 to 5. Beyond that, go home, live your life. You have your families, no? So yung GC namin, in as much as possible, hindi na yan maingay pagdating sa gabi. Because you respect the privacy of the lives of the teachers. Meron din silang life. So you really have to bank into that the concept na yung teacher dapat earn siya ng energy sa gabi so that the moment she gets back or he gets back to school, meron na naman siyang baong energy. Ubusin mo yan hanggang alas 5, but when it's 5 o'clock, go home. Go back to your family. Go back to your friends. That is one thing that I'd like to instill with my teachers. At ini-instill namin, pinapractice namin yan. Although maraming challenges, no? Maraming problemang dumadaan. Sa dami ba naman ng students natin or maging sa dami ng teachers natin. Just to big schools could actually relate, no? I have 182 teachers, I have 5,600 students, a certain number of non-teaching personnel, and that's a lot to handle. That's so many things in our plate, but we focus on certain areas every day. Yun. Mukhang napahaba ako doon.
It's okay, Dr. Calick. I really agree with Dr. Calick that teachers are the lamp bearers and prime movers of education, and they create other professions, right? Because children who serve as the future of the world will not be nurtured without them. And I was so amazed by the trade secrets of Dr. Calick Ash. It's all about risk-taking, careful planning, establishing a harmonious relationship with the community, instilling discipline with the students, as well as, of course, balancing work-life. And those are the factors that all of our viewers need to instill in their minds and in their hearts.
You are certified as a National Facilitator of National Education Academy of Philippines. You had the opportunity to participate in international trainings in Brunei, Malaysia, and Singapore. How important it is for teachers or principals to continue their professional development.
Okay. I think it's part of the teaching profession, yung continuous professional development natin. Because if you will really be stopping from learning, no? Magiging stagnant tayo. Kasi human as we are, absent any inputs, no? And for all we know, education is thriving, no? Education is thriving, nagbabago siya because the nature of the learners nag-iiba, alam nyo, with so many interviews I had with the students, yung trend nila ngayon, no? Kasi modular tayo, online tayo, they could not answer their modules yung sa regular na schedule na 8 to 12 or 1 to 5. They really have the energy to answer their module sa gabi hanggang 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. So ito yung nagiging klase ng students natin ngayon or ng kabataan ngayon. So our strategy is how do we adapt with this, no? And then we marry that the nature of the learner. Di ba pag teacher ka, first thing na ginagawa mo, understand, principle of teaching and learning yan eh. Understand the nature of the learner. So you could not provide a good teaching strategy or pedagogy kapag hindi mo ina-address yung totoong need ng mga estudyante. So ganun din yun sa teachers. Kapag 30 years na siyang nagtuturo at ang tinuturo at ang style ng kanyang pagtuturo ay the same pa rin sa 30 years ago, then the students could not relate to that. Masyado siyang distance sa kanyang magiging teacher. Okay? So si teacher, kailangan niyang maging adept. Kailangan niyang sumama sa pagbabago. No? So anong gagawin natin sa mga teachers na, ay, kayo na lang dyan kasi ilang years na lang magre-retire na ako. And then I would always say, but you're not yet retired. Remember, you're still part of the system. So wala kang magagawa but to really have to improve yourself. Because you're not yet retired, you're still part of the system. So every day, no, when there is an opportunity, meron tayong professional development for our teachers. Sa school, meron kaming tinatawag na in-service training or LAC sessions. No, yung Friday natin, inilalaan natin para sa mga growth ng ating mga teachers. You look into the different skills and capacities of the teachers. Kasi hanapin mo ano yung kulang sa kanya, yun yung ibigay mo. Kung magkakaroon tayo ng training sa teachers tapos napaka-general siya, ibig sabihin yung isang teacher alam na niya na to and then siya pa rin yung pina-attend mo kasi favorite mo. We don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. We look into the skills of the teacher. Saan sila, ano yung kulang nila, ano yung kailangan nila. And then we look for possible speakers even within the school or our supervisors, our professors from the university who can provide technical assistance to the teachers. So just recently, last week, no, nagganda kami ng research writing for our master teachers at ibang mga teachers ng school. So ibig sabihin, pumapasok na tayo doon sa paggawa ng research, no? Kasi parang yung mga teachers natin nahihirapan silang gumawa ng research. Sabi ko na sa kanila that research should be part of your culture as a teacher, part of your language, no? Gino-joke ko nga sila na every time na dadaan ako sa hallway, tatanungin ko kayo, ano yung research na ganito? Ano yung research na ganyan? And then they were just laughing, but at the end, at the back of my mind, I'm actually trying to inculcate that culture of research among them, that it should become an ordinary language to teachers. And we look back into the training preparation of our pre-service, no? Kasi yung mga pre-service, tatawid sila dito sa in-service pag nandito na sila sa public school, lalo na sa public school. So yun, that's very important, no? Very important ang continuing professional development ng ating mga guro. Because it is only through attendance in trainings that teachers will be able to provide meaningful experiences to our children, considering their nature, considering the changing demand of time. Kaya we really have to keep abreast with these developments.
Thank you so much, Dr. Calick Arrieta. We will go back to you after our break.
Social media can be overwhelming for entrepreneurs and business owners, and a lot actually struggles with daily content that converts sales. But don't fret. Rise Up Creatives Worldwide is here to help you with daily customizable captions, exclusive photos, and an easy-to-use design studio, all in one digital platform. Plus, monthly masterclasses to help you grow your business with just 5 minutes of investment each day. Join us today. It's time to rise up and be creative.
And we're back mga ka-TNC. Once again, I am Asher Voso.
And I am Dommenic Maluklok.
And this is Balay
Buhay Sama na
Samar.
Samar. Let's welcome once again to our program, Dr. Calick Arrieta.
Hi. Ay gusto ko lang si Gabi. I think she's watching the Facebook live. She's
Yes,
actually
sir.
commenting, sabi niya ano daw, I'm intimidating. that's the al- that's always the first impression, even of especially sa strangers. I think that's part of the character that you have to build as a school administrator or as a person. Kasi hindi kailangan parati kang stiff, no, as an individual or as a leader. You're not supposed to act only within the box. Okay? If you know what I'm trying to say. Kasi kailangan siyang you consider the situation, you consider some things. But anyway, thank you, Gabi. Sige, yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, Gabi, Dr. Calick is a kind person. You were a former chemistry teacher of City High and was known for your remarkable teaching prowess and have gained immense respect during your years as an educator in the school. After deciding to travel and venture into a wider horizon of your scholastic endeavor, you then became the principal of Tarabucan National High School, proving your dominance in leadership and school management. 1 year as the head of the said school, you were then transferred to become the principal of your beloved abode, Calbayog City National High School. Dr. Arrieta, could you please enlighten us on the duties of a principal?
Okay. Ang daming duties ng principal, no? Of course, we administer the school. It's on the administration of the school. Pero dapat kasi it's more on the supervision, no, side. Dapat nagpo-provide kami ng technical assistance sa mga teachers. Now, we're supposed to teach them how they could improve their teaching and learning process. Kasi yun dapat ang focus ng principal. Kaya lang, marami na rin tayong concerns, no, as a school principal. Kasi concern mo na din yung finances ng school, concern mo yung infrastructure ng school, concern mo yung iba't ibang programa na ini-implement ng Department of Education, ensuring that it's truly implemented in the school, no? At kasama pa dyan yung mga report na ginagawa natin. So basically, it's more of a school management in its entirety. You manage the people, you manage the student, and then you manage the school resources, if I have to put it in a nutshell. Yung pinaka-risk dyan, it's because you have a liability with the students, no, with the teachers, and at the same time, you really have to strive hard to ensure that teaching and learning process is actually ensured, is actually delivered. I just would like to highlight what I'm trying to say. Now, schools are getting back, no? Meron tayong limited face-to-face. And then si teachers, magkakaroon siya ng ibang extracurricular activities. Ang sabi ko, kasi nga limited face-to-face, yung scheme natin, week 1, nandito sila, the next week, nasa bahay na naman sila. Yun yung scheme namin sa City High in particular. So, ibig sabihin, they will just be there in school for a limited period of time. So, I said, we really have to give priority to these students na nasa loob ng classroom. We really have to ensure that there will be input na manggagaling sa mga teacher. So as a principal, you set the direction saan tutungo ang iyong paaralan. Okay? So with first making it learner-centered. Yung focus talaga natin is yung mga students. Kaya nga merong paaralan, kaya may teachers, kaya may principal, kasi merong estudyante. So the heart of the school are the students. Okay? So whenever we have programs, whenever we have activities and projects geared towards student development yan. Okay? So paglalabas yan ng school, dapat punong-puno siya ng learning. Dapat punong-puno siya ng inputs. Dapat punong-puno siya ng concept. So that when he become a member of the society, he becomes a productive member of a society. He becomes an asset of the society. So kami ngayon, whenever we go to the city, ayan, teachers, police, accountant, doctor, dentist, no, lawyers, no. In fact, my professor in law school was my former student. Pero sir pa rin yung tawag niya sa akin. Sir pa rin ang tawag niya sa akin because he was my former student. Pero ma'am na rin yung tawag ko sa kanya kasi naging professor. What I'm trying to say is the heart of the teaching and learning process and even the direction that the school principal should be making is or are the students. The benefit is for the betterment of the learners. Yun yung main goal natin. So ano ba yung role ng principal? To ensure that the learners are actually in the classroom and at the same time when they are in the classroom, learning is maximized. So kung teacher ka at ngayon ay meron kang ibang extracurricular na activity na inassign kang chairman ng ganito, chairman ng ganyan, so dapat ang priority mo pa rin muna ang yung pagtuturo. Kasi yun ang main goal mo to teach the students. Minsan nga lang, sa dami ng mga activities na ginagawa, dyan papasok si principal. You streamline, you simplify the process. No? Huwag nating pahirapan yung mga teachers. I was on leave for, I think, 2 months. And when I came back, I conducted focus group discussion to my teachers. Sabi ko, ano ba ang mahirap sa isang pagiging teacher? So isinulat ko sa board, ano yung ginagawa ng teacher in a day? Anong ginagawa ng teacher in a month? In every quarter? So anong process or technology ang pwede nating ma-introduce to simplify yung proseso na yan para kahit marami ka pang ibang ginagawa, you can actually maximize the work. I'll give you a very specific example of that. Now, for example, in City High, yung quizzes natin, di ba? Meron namang application yung Zip, basta Zip something. It's an application, yung quiz, no? Na it's an application na once you scan it, it will give you the score of the student. At the same time, malalaman mo yung mean percentage score at saka yung least learned competency. Kung ang teacher ay mag-check pa yan, it will take a lot of time. Kakain yan ng oras sa teacher. Okay? So yun ang tinatawag nating process simplification. We have school processes, but you wanted to improve the process na hindi siya magiging mahirap on the part of the teacher. That's one job of the principal and a lot more. Okay? Marami pa. Marami pang iba. I said, you set the direction for the school. Okay, so you serve as the guide of everyone, no? Sometimes sabi pa nga ng isang aklat na nabasa ko, the school takes the personality of the school principal. If the school principal really sets into the mind of the students a certain level of competence, a certain level of excellence, dala niyan nila. Kaya nga we branded the school with no offense to other schools. Our branding is not for we don't brag that, but it's for our students that they will instill in them that certain level of excellence, that level of competence, no? Na kahit graduate ng City High, you really would show to others na really you're from City High. Kasi tatak City High. You're actually carrying that tagline, that branding, no, of possessing competence, of possessing excellence. And of course, a lot more, no? Maraming responsibility ang isang school principal.
As the principal of Calbayog City National High School, what significant changes that you have implemented that have been undeniably significant in overall development of the school?
Actually, marami eh. My first meeting, alam nyo, ginawa ko yung PowerPoint presentation ko. And this is what I want for my students. This is what I want for the teachers. This is what I want for the school. Ang daming areas na gusto kong baguhin. And then looking back in 2016 where I was first assigned in Calbayog City National High School, and now, masyadong malaki ang pagbabago. Napakarami ng pagbabago. But I think what I would like to highlight more is that our ability to produce quality graduates and to be very competitive among others, no? Bringing the name of the institution not only in the city, in the region, but also in the national and international level. Yung level na gusto mong iangat. Alam mo dati, when students are participating in the contest, and then bumagsak sila. I mean they were not able to get a good place. Hindi naman sa pinapagalitan ko, but I would like to emphasize na it requires preparation. It requires really inputting something to the students so that they will be able to compete well, no? So bakit bumababa ang performance ng bata? It's one reason could be hindi lang isa yung sinalihan niya, walang focus, walang input na galing sa coach, no? So yun yung linalagay natin sa ating mga teachers, no? That it requires preparation, it requires selection, the right contestant for the competition, and then your constant rehearsal and practice so that you will be able to really master it, no? Master it. And at the same time, hindi mo sila pinag-aalala sa kanilang finances. Saan ako kukuha ng pera kung I have to travel in Tacloban? So sabi ko na, as I've made mention kanina, that is now my responsibility as the school principal. Ako ang maghahanap ng resources, so you will be left with no choice but to give me the first place. Pero pag second place, okay lang. Basta panalo tayo. Okay? So, ganun yung nagiging culture every time sumasali tayo sa competition. So, that's actually shifting from an ordinary, yung parang okay lang, into always targeting the first place. Kung hindi mo nakuha ang first place, may second place naman, may third place naman. That is, and then, I should say, tinaas ang level ng discipline among our students kasi maraming students yung alam niyo na, we have many problem students and students with problems. So I have to kung problem students and students with problems. Pag students with problems, papasok dyan yung intensified guidance and counseling system natin sa school. Okay? So ngayon, we partnered with NWSSU and City Social Welfare and Development para meron tayong registered guidance counselors or from the city na alam talaga how they will treat kasi wala tayong registered guidance counselor. Yung students with problems naman, ang best attack dyan, akala lang ng mga students na pag sila ay napunta sa opisina ay pagagalitan. Kasi yun yung notion pag you're a school principal, pinakadto ka sa principal, pinapunta ka sa office ng principal. So their first notion, pag pinapunta ka sa office ng principal, paggagalitan ka. And problem students, problema na estudyante, they are having the worst situation. So hindi yan madadala sa galitan. Yan ay nadadala sa masinsinang usapan. So when get inside my office, I have to ask them, bakit ka ganito? Bakit ka ganyan? You see, yung mga grade 8, grade 9 namin noon, na masyado ng problema, hinahabol pa yan namin sa likod ng gate ng City Hall kasi hindi yan pumapasok. So yung mga community members sasabihin sa akin, "Sir, punta ka rito sa labas." Paglabas namin yan, nahabulin namin yan. No? So pag hinabol namin yan, pag nadakip, papunta yan sa office ko. And then these students would be expecting pagagalitan mo yan sila. Pero hindi. You talk to them. Okay? You talk to them, masinsinan. And you see, yung mga problem namin ng grade 8, ng grade 9, when they reach senior high school, ay with honors pa nag-graduate. No? So masingsinang usapan. Hindi siya madadala sa galitan. Ito yung mga klase ng tao na they would not appreciate ng pagagalitan mo pa sila. Why? Kasi durog na sila sa bahay nila. They have a lot of problems in the world. And their only escape is the school. So when they come to school, kaya nga minsan hindi sila pumapasok kasi pag ang teacher, pinagilitan mo pa yan. So yung safe zone sana niya, hindi na rin naging safe zone. So it would really require understanding of the students, no? And then we started, of course, part of our accomplishment is starting to make the school a little bit more improve na at saka student friendly. Kasi noon hindi naman sa maganda na ngayon, hindi super ganda, pero medyo meron na siyang pinagkaiba mula noon until now, and we keep on improving, no? We keep on improving. And then siguro that we make every day a learning experience sa araw-araw. Yung mga nakakausap mo na tao, yung mga nakakausap mo na stakeholder, you take it as an experience, no? And then you always compare yourself with what you are today than yesterday. Then you really have to improve yourself today better than what you are yesterday. So I think that would be the changes. Aside, i-mention ko rin pala na sinabi ko kanina yung motivation sa teacher. So we wanted our teachers to get promoted, no? From 2 master teachers lang noon, ngayon we already have 23. And that's a lot. Okay? So meaning to say, nakikita ng teachers yung growth nila from teacher 1 in a certain after 5 years, hindi na masyadong after 30 years magre-retire na lang, siya ka pa lang magiging master teacher or nag-retire na teacher 1. So we really encourage professional growth and development. I encourage them to enroll in their studies. And then the best motivation is their promotion. The best motivation, I like to emphasize that, is their promotion. Parang napahaba na ako doon.
Thank you so much, sir. This is in connection to the sixth question. Calbayog City National High School is regarded as a shaper of great minds, an edifice of excellence, and a change agent. As a prime mover of the school, what can you say to City High in terms of producing highly qualified students and professionals? And what can you say to those who continue to bring honor to City High and the entire city, if you have a message for them?
Of course, we would always be proud of our products. No, we were able to produce top-notcher in top 1 actually buong Pilipinas. City veterinary nurses, meron na ring top-notcher, and others. And then we were able to produce accountants, doctors. Alam niyo yung parating sinasabi, our students na napupunta sa Maynila, estudyante ng City High, tatanungin yan, saan university ka galing? And then they would always respond, no, I'm from Calbayog City. And then they tatanungin yan, saan yung Calbayog City? And our students would be proud to say, Calbayog City is in Samar, and I'm actually a product of Calbayog City National High School. So yung mga bigger universities in Manila, they start recognizing Calbayog City and Calbayog City National High School. Alam nyo, even the University of the Philippines, Diliman, meron sanang, kung natuloy yon, magkakaroon na ng entrance examination for UP dito mismo sa City High. Okay? I was able to forge partnership with UP entrance, yung director nila, no? Para every time na may examination for UP, meron na tayo dito, hindi na kailangan pumunta sa other places yung ating mga students. Isa pa ito, no? When our students are gagraduate na sila, no? Tinutulungan natin 'yan. Anong scholarship, DOST, UP, anong klaseng scholarship ang pwede nating may offer sa kanila, ino-offer natin yan sa kanila. And then we've also noticed, no, na ang percentage namin dito sa local university na pumapasok, average nasa 80%. Pero para sa akin, mababa pa rin yung 80%. Ibig sabihin nun, meron pa rin estudyante na hindi makapag-proceed with the university. So yung ginagawa namin ngayon, tinitingnan namin ano yung gray area dyan, what is the gray area there, and then we'll provide intervention. Paano natin mai-increase yung 80% na nakakapasa sa entrance examination going to a higher percentage, 90% for example, or 100 kung kaya, no? So anong intervention na binibigay natin dyan? What we're trying to say is the products that we produce, hindi lang naman yan sa atin, no? Kasi meron din naman sila from the elementary and then the high school, but these are foundation of your education, no? Later on. So habang nasa loob sila ng school, we wanted really to provide the necessary lifelong skills, no? Na kailangan nila. Hindi lang yung immediate na kailangan nila. So when they become top-notchers, although sa university sila nag-graduate, but we still claim it kasi part kami niyan. Part kami ng pagbibuild para they will become competitive members of our society. Yung mga engineers natin, yung mga doctors, yung mga accountants, marami na tayong linya. Kung tutuusin, yung city natin, yung school natin ay nasa 20 years pa lang nang nag-umpisa. It's 20 years old, bata pa siya. It's only 20 years old, but we were able to produce a lot in our city.
Thank you so much, sir. The election in 2022 are fast approaching. How can you educate voters, particularly young people, to vote the right leaders as someone who is fully responsible for voting education?
Yeah, I think our learners should be trained as early as elementary and high school, no? Even with the exercise of their yung election for the Supreme Student Government, or even with the election of their officers sa classroom. Napaka-importante nito, no? They should be given the correct value integration kasi you will notice social media is becoming toxic. Okay? And our students should be able to actually decipher what is moral, what is the truth, and decide, especially our voting population, yung grade 12 natin, they would really have to choose the right candidate. And it is only through giving them inputs, the necessary values, so that they will be able to decide well, their conscience, the truth, the fact, no, and the future. Okay? So it requires foundation, no, sa bahay, sa school, and then you cement it. Isi-cement yan kasi when they become engaged in the society, or in the social media, or even with the right of suffrage, they cannot be necessarily influenced by others, because they have to stand on their own principle. They have to stand on what is truth, what is the fact, and at the same time they really have to decide well, because it is their future that is at stake.
Do you have something to promote, Dr. Calick Arrieta?
Yes, as I made mention, no, my 20-year yung City High. So magkakaroon kami ng week-long Foundation Day celebration. 20th Foundation Day of Calbayog City National High School. So magkakaroon kami ng iba't ibang activity. Day one, it's actually arts and culture. And then we recognize the Arts and Culture Partnership of Calbayog City National High School and the Arts and Culture. And we recognize students, no, na nag-contribute sa arts and culture. Day 2 natin, it's about our beauties of City High, yung managing beauty queen ng Calbayog City National High School. So magkakaroon kami ng school level search, and then day 3, recognizing our alumni. So it will be a partnership. Actually, after this, may meeting kami ng alumni ng school. And then the 4th day will be stakeholders. We also recognize yung mga partnership at yung community help since day 1 ng establishment ng school. And then yung last day is magre-relaunch kami ng tinatawag naming banner project, yung Project Aricata. Magkakaroon siya ng departmental project. You know, with this 5-week celebration, sabi ko, I will have 4 ambitious projects in the next 3 years. Gusto kong magkaroon ang City High ng covered court, yung continuation phase 2 ng existing covered court, isang multi-purpose center, yung sa gitna magiging activity center siya. I wanted a shuttle bus para sa mga students na daily nagko-commute at the same time gagamitin sa competition. I wanted to produce at least 100 bikes na magagamit ng mga estudyante natin. And last, 4 yon. Yung isa actually is for the creative team and our special program in the arts na mga equipment. So yung 5-day activity na yon, it will be an income generating project for the realization of this, as I have said, ambitious project for the school. So it's Bantog Ika-20. It's the 20th founding anniversary of Calbayog City National High School by April 28. But it's a week-long celebration starting on April 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So yun yung aantabayanan ng ating mga estudyante at community members ng Calbayog.
Wow, congratulations in advance, Dr. Calick Arrieta and the entire CCNHS community. On behalf of the TNC Balay Buhay Sama na Samar, thank you so much for taking a time to attend to this program. Do you still have something to add, po?
Yeah, I just would like to be thankful to the production team, to Dommenic, to Ashley, to the director, and to the TNC family for inviting me, allowing me to share my experiences and at the same time that I may serve as an example to others. And let's continue to be the frontliner in education, and let's continue to mold individuals so that they become assets of our society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Calick. We are so glad to have you here. Let's now promote our program. TNC is a live stream platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. This is TNC Balay Buhay Sama na Samar. Join us every Saturday and Sunday, 5:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. You can watch live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG. Listen us to on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC Now. For sponsorships, please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a DM. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them for you. And don't forget to like and follow our Facebook partner pages. We have Siplat, Say Peace Movement, and Primero EV. These have been your hosts, Dommenic Maluklok,
And I am Asher Voso, kay Samar nun ka,
Upod na,
Balay
Buhay Sama na
Samar.
Samar. Thank you so much mga ka-TNC for watching. See you next week.